India and the US are close to finalizing a mini trade deal, expected within 48 hours. Negotiations in Washington intensified ahead of July 9th, when US tariffs are set to resume. US seeks access to India's agriculture and dairy sectors, which India resists over livelihood and food safety concerns. India is pushing for tariff concessions on labor-intensive exports, such as garments, leather, and footwear. New Delhi insists on reciprocal market access and tariff relief to support its export goals. According to reports, agriculture and dairy are likely excluded from the final deal. India maintains a red line against allowing genetically modified crops into its market due to health and environmental concerns. Without broader tariff cuts, India says $500 billion bilateral trade target by 2030 is unrealistic. FIEO estimates Indian exports to the US could double in 3 years if the deal is signed. If no deal is reached, suspended 26% tariffs may be reimposed automatically. On July 1st, US President Donald Trump reaffirmed that the US and India will soon strike a trade deal.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a deal with India, possibly, and that's going to be a different kind of a deal. It's going to be a deal where we're able to go in and compete. Right now, India doesn't accept anybody in. I think India is going to do that, and if they do that, we're going to have a deal for much less tariffs. Thank you for telling me, by the way. As an example with Japan, they won't take rice, and yet they desperately need rice. You know that. But they won't take rice. They won't take other products that we have. But think of it, they need rice so badly, but they won't take rice. I figured that was an easy one. On the cars, as you know, they send out millions. We didn't give them one car in 10 years. They won't take any cars, but they'll sell millions. So we told them, sorry, you can't do that. And we have a great relationship, great reliance, and really a great sort of a partnership in a way. But on trade, they've been very unfair. And those days are gone. So what I'm going to do is I'll write them a letter, say we thank you very much. And we know you can't do the kind of things that we need. And therefore you'll pay a 30%, 35%, or whatever the number is that we determine, because we also have a very big trade deficit with Japan, as you know. And it's very unfair to the American people. So they maybe will be happy, they maybe won't be happy. But some countries we won't even allow to trade. But for the most part, we're going to determine a number, just very simply write them a nice letter, probably 1 page or a page and a half at the most. And it's going to be essentially congratulations. It's going to be an honor to allow you to go and do business in the United States of America, because it really is an honor to be able to do that. But we never viewed it that way in this country. And you saw we took in $129 billion in tariffs already. We haven't even started. No inflation. Our country's strong. Our interest rate should be 3 points lower. If our interest rate was 3 points lower, that's almost $1 trillion in cost. And it's done just by the signing of a pen. But we have a moron at the head of the Fed. He's a moron.
Speaking of technology, do you have a top choice?
I do. I have 2 or 3 top choices, actually.
However, some sources suggest that even if a deal is not finalized, India won't suffer significantly because a 26% tariff is relatively low compared to our competitors. India's hardened position reflects the politically sensitive nature of its agricultural sector.